What is up, everybody out there in HeroClix land? This, once again, is your friendly neighborhood Scott Porter back for day number 3 of our new Marvel HeroClix unboxing for the new WizKids set, SpiderMan Venom Absolute Carnage. Days 1 and 2 have been incredible. If you didn't see days 1 and 2, go back and watch them. We will wait for you right here. The whole world will just press pause, and we'll just hang out. We'll just wait for you to come back. Are you back? Great. All right, day 3, here we go. Days 1 and 2 saw a super rare, a prime, and thanks to WizKids, a couple of chases in Peter Parker, Spider-Viking, and Gwen of Arc. It has been such a cool ride so far. We have seen a ton of characters with a new trait, this secret identity game mechanic going on, like Norman Osborn. And on Norman Osborn's card, we found out that we're going to get Green Goblin and Red Goblin and Iron Patriot all in this set. And if you start playing the game with Norman Osborn and then he gets KO'd, you can become any one of those 3 characters, which is kind of a cool way to utilize the sideline. But what we haven't seen is a lot more of the symbiotes. Seeing Scream gave me a lot of hope that we will still see some more. Whether it's the other 4 Life Foundation symbiotes in the form of hybrid, or whether it's them individually. Whether we see Mania, who is such a cool character. Whether we see more heroes from Maximum Carnage or Absolute Carnage, which I was banking on, but now am a little unsure. So as we go down this road together, I really don't know what to expect anymore, because I did not see the secret identity thing playing such a big role in this particular set, especially since a lot of these characters in the books, they all know each other's secret identities already, which is kind of crazy. But we've had some definite highlights, some really cool curveballs, having the bombshells from the Ultimate Universe to fill out some more of Miles' group of friends and enemies is really cool. I'm hoping we see his uncle as either Prowler or Iron Spider, whether it's from the Ultimate Universe or from the 616. So anyway, without further ado, this set comes out on September the 9th. Let's buckle up and let's see what we get today on day 3. Thanks for coming back, guys. Thanks for being here with me. I just want to tell you how much I appreciate y'all. The fact that you guys keep on coming back for these unboxings means that I get to keep doing them. And that's really all I want. You know, especially right now, in this time, to just sit down and talk to people that have the same interests as me and feel a part of a community is just so special. And I hope you guys understand, HeroClix fans, to me, you are family. And it has been so cool over the past 10 years to share all of this stuff with you. If you didn't show up, if you didn't come back every time, we wouldn't be doing this anymore. But the fact that you're here, I wanted to take a second and tell you how much I appreciate you guys. All right, let's go. Booster number 5 today. Woo! Let's see what we get. Oh, and by the way, at the end of today, we will have a little treat, and it's not necessarily a chase, so stick around for that. And don't timestamp it in the comments. Come on, stick with me. You want to see all the stuff that we have here. Whoa, what is going on here? Okay, we got some bubble wrap. It's always an interesting thing to have, bubble wrap. Oh, it looks like, oh shoot, we're going to have some equipment, I think, here. Yeah, it looks like we've got a super rare. Oh, okay. I see what's going on here. Yeah, very cool. Okay, guys, I know I'm keeping all of the fun to myself. Sorry, let me start putting things out here. First off, Maximum Carnage, you have some random heroes show up. One of them is Iron Fist. So Iron Fist is in this set, of course. That is rad. It's nice. It's always nice to get another Iron Fist. And this one has the Spider-Man team ability. That is so cool. Classic Spider-Man villain Tombstone has showed up. Plays a part in some of Black Cat's stuff and the old Spider-Man stories. So that's really cool. We got Peter Parker, who we've already seen. We got Jason Massendale. I think I called him out. He's been a number of villains in the world of Marvel. So I immediately started racking my brain on how many people have been multiple iterations or multiple different characters that they could use the secret identity thing for. And guess what? He is one of them. That's pretty cool. Okay, last but not least, Trash can Spider-Man. Taking out the trash or keeping Oscar the Grouch from popping up. I don't know what he's doing on that particular trash can, but I'm sure we will find out more. And then we did get a piece of equipment. We got the Waldo arms, guys. Pretty cool. I know you can't really see them because they're so thin. Hopefully you can at least see a little bit. And then, of course, we'll take a closer look at them in just a little bit. Okay, so we've got Peter Parker. And I'm guessing we might have multiple versions of Spider-Man in this set. We've already got the Fast Forces Spider-Man. And now we have this super rare Spider-Man. So I wonder how many Spider-Men you'll be able to turn that Peter Parker into. And the fact, again, is kind of cool. I'm going to set these guys out here one more time. It is cool that we have had a couple of boosters that have had a plainclothes character that turns into their superhero alter ego. Yesterday we had it with Flash Thompson and Agent Anti-Venom. It's really cool for a sealed perspective to know that you can possibly, if we're running socially distanced tournaments right now, that you can actually get some synergy out of this game mechanic within boosters. It doesn't seem like it's necessarily a priority, but it has happened a couple of times in this brick already, so it might be a more common occurrence than I would have thought initially. Okay, let's start with the random. Let's start with Iron Fist. Randomly shows up in Maximum Carnage, and then, of course, shows up again in Absolute Carnage. That was one of the cool things they did in Absolute Carnage, is they brought back a lot of the same players from the first time around, except for Nightwatch. Thank God. They didn't have to bring Nightwatch back. That Spawn knockoff didn't need to show back up at any point. Here we go. Iron Fist. Defenders. Heroes for Hire. Kunlun. Marvel Knights. Martial Artist. Mystical Keywords. Danny Rand comes in at 60 points, set number 3. I am the Iron Fist. At the end of your turn, if Iron Fist didn't move or make an attack this turn, give him a chi token. Remove any number of chi tokens to make that many close attacks against different targets. Maximum damage value is 3. Very cool. So he can just sit there, gather his chi, get it all together, and then unleash it. A very Iron Fist thing to do. Actually doesn't have any references to Maximum Carnage or anything, but he was involved, I promise you. He's got almost the whole pink first couple of clicks there, sidestep. This is a very, very usable character. I like the mid-dial charge. Very cool. And it's always good to get a new Iron Fist, especially one of the Spider-Man team abilities. So, rad. All right, place him over there. Let's see, who are we looking at next? We've already seen Peter Parker, but we are going to take a look at him again today. Don't usually do duplicates or show cards again, but I want to see how it plays with Spider-Man. Before we do that, we'll take a look at Tombstone, though. Tombstone. Magia, Sinister Syndicate, The Hand, Keywords, set number 10, comes in at 75 points, has 2 team abilities, both Sinister Syndicate and Underworld. Has a special defense power, tougher than the cold Bronx pavement, impervious, Tombstone, can reduce penetrating damage, is protected against Outwit. And if we have Tombstone, I could guess that we could get Hammerhead, because all you got to do is elongate that flat top, and you can definitely make another sculpt out of that character. So, I don't know. Will we get him? I don't know. But Tombstone there for you guys. Let's flip the card over here. Whoa. Bunk, bunk, bunk. That's a great cover. That's a great cover from Daredevil 91. Pretty solid value coming from that 75-point dial. Again, I don't know. There are other characters I kind of wish we could have seen. Maybe in place of Tombstone. Nothing against Tombstone, but, I want more symbiotic. I want more symbiote goodness. Here we go with Jason Massendale. I think I called him out, like I said, on day 2, thinking he would be a good candidate to be in this set, and you'll see why here in just a moment. Because in Maximum Carnage, Demogoblin was a big player, part of that Doppelganger quartet, Doppelganger, Shriek, Carnage, Demogoblin, how do you say it? We all say these names differently. You guys correct me every time, and I appreciate it so much in the comments section. And that was not sarcasm, by the way. Magia, Sinister Syndicate, Assassin, Martial Artist, Soldier, and Spy. Tinker Tailor, keywords. Set number 29 comes in at 25 points. Secret identity trait for Demogoblin, Hobgoblin, and Jack-o'-lantern. When Jason Massendale would be KO'd, you may instead replace him with a secret identity character with the listed name on click number 9. This game, when that replacement is KO'd, it scores this character's points and an additional 25. Another trait, don't make deals with demons. Trust me, opposing characters within 4 squares can't use the Mystic's team ability. Whoa! Whoa! That makes this plainclothes character a little bit more useful. That canceling of the Mystic's team ability actually comes into play in this set. That's good. Mercenary, Assassin, Sidestep, and Stealth as a special movement power. Take a look at the back of his card here. Only 3 clicks long, of course. Oh, that's another classic cover there. That is so cool. I always remember the Hobgoblin revealed cover. That is awesome. It says his significant appearance is in Doctor Strange, Sorcerer Supreme. And that is because that's when he's dealing this deal with the devil and all of these mystic arts and everything. And he becomes something much more than just a common petty thief who's stolen some gear and created his own alter ego or persona. So actually pretty cool to have Massendale, not going to lie. Now, the only reason I'm going to show you Peter Parker again is just to remind you that just like Massendale, Peter Parker can become Spider-Man, right? So you use this dial, these first 4 clicks, and then after that is exhausted, you will then be able to become Spider-Man. And I don't know how many Spider-Men he's going to be able to turn into, but you can definitely turn into set number 54. See there, it says Secret Identity next to it. It comes in at 60 points. Seems a little low for a super rare Spider-Man. Let's see why. Spider-Man family, reporter, and scientist keywords. Spider-Man no more. At the beginning of the game, you may generate a set number 6 garbage can in your starting area. Is that equipment? A garbage can? Equipment? What the heck? Jonah hates me even more than I thought. When Spider-Man starts the game, an opponent generates a J. Jonah Jameson bystander anywhere on the map. And then he just follows him around and annoys him. That's funny. 4 hoodlums at once is a special attack power. When Spider-Man makes a close attack, he instead targets all adjacent opposing characters. This is great. Being Spider-Man has brought me nothing but unhappiness, just to satisfy my craving for excitement. It's time to put away my toys and become a responsible adult. We've seen this Spider-Man throwing his uniform away. That's like he literally throws his costume away in a trash can. Is that what this trash can is all about? Is it equipable? What are we doing here? That's hilarious to me. But the last time we saw this whole I'm going to throw my costume away was actually during the Red Goblin storyline when Norman told him, as long as Spider-Man never shows up, I will not kill all of your friends and all of your family. And then Peter decides to call his friends and send them after him instead, and it puts everybody he loves in danger because Norman starts to remember that he at one time knew Peter Parker's secret identity. He knows about Aunt May. It's crazy. Anyway, look at the back of the dial here. 6 clicks. Oh, hypersonic speed. Love to see it on a Spider-Man. Well done. Starts with a 12 attack, 18 defense. That is crazy. I do love that J. Jonah Jameson. You can just spawn, an opponent will spawn him on the map and he'll just chase Spider-Man around yelling at him. You menace! But then that Peter Parker that I showed you earlier can become this Spider-Man and use those final 3 clicks for only 25 points. Is that 3-click dial worth 25 points? To me, I think so. Hypersonic speed, outwit, super senses, that special attack power that he has, hitting multiple characters. That's pretty cool. Well done. Spawning a trash can to throw your costume away. I wonder if that piece of equipment, if it's a piece of equipment, makes you revert back into plainclothes Peter Parker. Is it like a reverse secret identity mechanic? I don't know. Hopefully I'll pull it at some point and we shall see. In the meantime, we did get an equipable here, the Waldo arms. Equip, anybody can. Unequip, drop it. Effect, Giant Reach. 2, at the beginning of your turn, you may roll a d6. This character has the listed effect until your next turn. Modify attack and defense by +1. Incapacitate is free. Make a close attack. Boom. Anyone can equip this object by standing in the square, holding it. It has power. Equip this object. Unequip it to drop it. And yeah, it's worth 10 points. We've seen these Waldo arms be used by multiple people, so we know they can be stolen. We know they can be used. We most definitely know that they have been used by multiple people, so that is a cool piece of equipment to have. I would have maybe expected number 6, which is the trash can, to be in this bag with SpiderMan, since it says he uses a trash can, but I guess we're going to have to find the equipment separate from the characters that equip it. That being said, I do like the Waldo arms a lot. I don't think they're too overpowering. I think a lot of times equipables can kind of really ruin the balance of a game sometimes, and this one seems very fair. So anyway, all right, moving on. That was a good booster. All right, let's see. That was our second super rare. Man, that Red Goblin storyline. I hope we get Normie. I hope if we get Red Goblin, he's got like a... It doesn't look like it because we don't have... Oh, man, it would be so cool if he had Normie, his grandson that he infected with the Carnage symbiote and sent after Aunt May. If we had him spawning a Normie bystander token, that would be rad. Hoping that we pull Red Goblin, because I want to see what they do with him. Whoa. Oh, we've got another piece of equipment, and somehow have 2 Deathlocks in here. And hey, oh, yes. Very cool, very cool. Okay, all right, I know. I have like this whole conversation with myself before I show you guys anything today for some reason. It's just because I'm so excited. There's Mysterio. Now, we had a Mysterio in the Fast Forces. So this is going to be a different Mysterio, so basically a brand new character. She-Venom. Now, 2 different people could be She-Venom. It's either Anne Waring, Eddie Brock's original wife. I believe the Venom symbiote helped protect her and created a She-Venom for a night to keep her safe from harm while Eddie wasn't there to protect her. We've got not 1 Deathlock, but 2 Deathlocks. Boom, 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 boom. Beep, 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 beep. I am Deathlock, Death Protocol, blah, 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 blah. And then we've got Black Widow. This is exactly what I was talking about expanding Miles Morales' universe within the realm of HeroClix. This is awesome. That's actually, I believe, Jessica Drew, who was Spider-Woman. She was a clone at the heart of the clone saga in Ultimate Universe. I believe it wasn't Ben Reilly. I think it was Jessica Drew. I could be wrong. I'll find out on the card here. It's been a long time since I read some of that stuff, but she was a big part. Her and Kitty Pryde, after Kitty Pryde grew to... so they fight Galactus in the Ultimate Universe, and how they do it is to make Kitty Pryde grow to an enormous size, because Galactus in the Ultimate Universe is a bunch of drones that just like form together to be this one mechanical entity, kind of like a walking annihilation wave, really, in the form of Galactus. But then the normal Galactus ends up in the Ultimate Universe. That thing merges with the big Galactus, and he becomes this double-sized Galactus, omnipotent Galactus thing. And remember, we're talking about Galactus right now because it might come up later. And he is like about there to devour Earth and, you know, all this stuff. I think it's Cataclysm is what the storyline's called. And they grow Kitty Pryde to this enormous size, and she phases through it, which destroys a lot of the mechanical Galactus version, which has always been a power of hers. And then she solidifies, and she starts throwing punches, haymakers, Kitty Pryde, haymakers with Galactus, the ultimate Kitty Pryde. And she eventually gets knocked out, but it gives the rest of the heroes enough time to defeat Galactus, send our Galactus back to, you know, the 616, the main universe, Galactus back to the, you know, the thing, and end the Galactus threat in the Ultimate Universe. After that, she jumps on a team with Jessica Drew, Bombshell, Cloak and Dagger, and Miles Morales, and they were the new Ultimates for a little while. So, very cool to see Black Widow. It opens the door for some more of those characters. I mean, who wouldn't love to have a Kitty Pryde who can go colossal and like start throwing, you know, haymakers? That would be pretty cool to get the ultimate Kitty Pryde. Kind of like a dream piece, you know, a luxury piece, I guess you could say. We also got some equipment that goes with Mysterio. So we did get somebody who comes with their own equipment today. We've already gone through the Michael Collins Deathlock, so we can go ahead and pull him and put him to the side. and start getting into these characters. Okay. All right. Let's start with She-Venom, because I'm excited to see what the secret identity stuff is here. I guess it's not going to tell us. We know that Mary Jane Watson can turn into She-Venom. So maybe, she's the only one that's going to be in the set. I doubt that we're going to get Anne Wang in the set. She has Codex and Monster Keywords. Secret Identity, set number 33. Anne Wang, Mary Jane Watson. She has a symbiote trait. She has Along Came a Spider. When She-Venom hits after resolutions, a hit character gains immobile until your next turn. Should be a pretty basic dial. But remember, it's going to be split in half here. Oof! Actually, look at that. That's a healthy dial for She-Venom. 6 clicks long. And then if you are Mary Jane, you can then have She-Venom on your sideline and also have Iron Man on your sideline. And depending on the situation, choose this character or that character to bring in just for an extra 25 points. I like the mechanic a lot. Gives you a big-time versatility if you're picking characters who have a lot of options to change into. And she does. Mary Jane has 3 on her card. One of them being that She-Venom there. Man. I'm going to put her on the bad guy side just because we don't have as many bad guys. My Midwestern came out there for a second. I'm going to put her on the bad guy side. The bad guy side. Okay, let's go with Deathlock next. This one, of course, is Luther Manning. He's got Future Robot and Soldier keywords. Breaking free of my creator's will. Leadership. When Deathlock uses it and succeeds, give him a freedom token. If Deathlock has 2 or less freedom tokens, characters take a maximum of 1 damage from Deathlock's attacks. Protected. Outwit. Set number 22 comes in at 60 points there. We've seen this 1-click limitation before, and I thought it was going to be a pain on the Danger Room versions of Sabretooth and Mr. Sinister, but actually, because they're protected in a way while they're only dealing 1 damage, makes them pretty ignored and allows them to be an integral part of a winning strategy. I use those Danger Room forms of those characters to high degree of success. So I think that Luther Manning could actually be used the same way. Look at that, running shot and 4 damage with Psychic Blast. You got to get those freedom tokens immediately clear. Get a stack of them so he can become free of his masters. But man, that's pretty cool. I do like that sculpt. But again, in the card. But again, where are my symbiotes? Give me my symbiotes. We have Black Widow here, and we'll go with her next. Yes, Jessica Drew from the Ultimate Universe. My memory served me well. She has the Ultimates team ability. She's set number 6, comes at 60 points. Real name, Jessica Drew, Shield, Spider-Man family, and Ultimates keywords. Dimensional Travel Watch. Black Widow may start the game with equipment number 3, Dimensional Watch equipped at no cost. Well, that's pretty cool. I hope we pull that thing at some point. She also has another trait, Ultimate Spider Sense. Spider Senses, once per turn, you may re-roll a friendly character's Super Senses roll or Shape Change roll if that character is within range and line of fire. She's got, let's see, a 4 range. So keep them kind of tight together, and she can re-roll their Super Senses for them. That's pretty cool. Pretty healthy dial there. 60 points for that 5-click dial. Makes sense. Makes sense. She has the Ultimates team ability as well. So, but it's again cool to expand Miles's roster of friends and enemies, which is what they're doing there. All right, last but not least, for today, we have Mysterio. Okay, take a look at his card here. Sinister Syndicate, Celebrity, and Scientist. And they're saying that this can be Quentin Beck or Daniel Burkhart. And it is a secret identity for Daniel Burkhart. I wonder if Quentin Beck is actually going to be in this set. I would doubt it, but he is a big part of the Amazing Mary Jane, and they seem to have put her in this set. So he could have his other alter ego, the film director that she's working with in her whole making a movie storyline that she's got in the Amazing Mary Jane Watson. Anyway, Illusion Generator. Mysterio may start the game with equipment number 2, Illusion Generator, equipped at no cost. So let's just go ahead and bring that bad boy in here, because that's what we pulled in this pack. So we got 2 pieces of equipment today, which is pretty great. There are a lot of surprises in this set. And the Illusion Generator has an effect, Shape Change. When this character uses it and succeeds after resolutions, generate an illusion bystander. Ooh. What does an illusion bystander look like? There you go. Look at the back there. Got in cap and shape change. And Mysterio gets that item for free, which is rad. Yet another Sinister 6. We've seen this trait before. Adjacent friendly characters with the Sinister Syndicate keyword can use shape change. Another trait, what horrors do you see in the smoke? Smoke cloud. Once per turn, Mysterio can either use Incapacitate or Mind Control as free, but only to make a close attack and only to target characters occupying his smoke markers regardless of adjacency. And we're going to flip it over, and remember, Daniel Burkhart can become multiple characters, one of them being Mysterio, and can use those final 3 clicks there. If you use Mysterio for that 50-point base, you're still getting stealth, you're getting outwit. For free, you're getting the Illusion Generator. This is a rad way to do Mysterio, and although he's not a symbiote, I'm still happy that I pulled him. I know I'm on a mission for symbiotes right now, but still, a very cool Mysterio. All right, that is going to end day 3. You know what, the joke is getting stale. It's not going to end day 3 because now we are going to be presented with another chase. Here we go. Pharaoh. I love the fact that they're using all of these different characters that have helmed a spider hero at some point or another. And this one is Jessica Drew. That is right. Pharaoh. Take a look at the card here and take a look at the sculpt. The sculpt is awesome. The Egyptian theme for sure, but she also has these like goggles on. She just looks like a badass, actually. She's got a look on her face that says, do not mess with me. You will regret it. Pharaoh. Spider-Man family, past ruler keywords. Oh, okay. We've seen with these chases that they improve generic keywords to be real team players. With Joan of Arc, we had armor. With Spider-Viking, we had pirate and warrior, I think it was. And today, we get Pharaoh. When establishing theme teams, characters on your starting force with ruler keyword gain the Spider-Man family keyword. That is awesome. Call in help from the Spider-Verse. When Pharaoh hits an opposing character, if no characters have been placed this turn after resolutions, you may roll a D6. Place another friendly character with the Spider-Man family keyword adjacent. What? Carry my armies to battle. Phasing. Teleport. Passengers 3. That's awesome. Imagine like this big elephant army carrying all of her team with her. Queen of all that light touches. Empower, enhancement, leadership, probability control. That is a lot going on. Look at the dial here. Look at the original sculpt. She's got that head tilted back, being like, come on. Come at me, bro. Come at me. Great stats. 60 points, just like the other 2 chases were. These chases, I think, are so cool. Again, because it gives us, as WizKids and HeroClix fans, as a part of this family and community, something to just call our own. Nobody else is going to know who Pharaoh is. And who knows, maybe eventually one of these characters would end up in a comic book. I mean, we've seen characters from cartoons like X-23 start in a cartoon and end up being an integral part of the Marvel Universe before. So why not come from a game? Why not make a character so cool like Gwen of Arc or Pharaoh and have that character end up in the mainstream comics? I mean, there's so many alternate universe Spider-Man stories, Spider-Verse situations, and with Miles and with the expansion of the multiverse again, there are so many stories to tell. And why not tell one of these stories? That is so cool. That is awesome. For longtime fans of this unboxing series, we play a little game called What's in Scott Porter's Cup. Today, It is, I'm trying to kick soda. It is the Fizz & Co. Seltzer water. This one is Dr. Pepper flavored. I know this is so silly, but if you have a Ralph's near you, this stuff is awesome. If you love soda, like you like root beer or Coke or Dr. Pepper, they have flavors of seltzer water that have zero sugar, anything like that, and this is helping me kick my soda habit. Usually I would have so many Cokes, but in quarantine, I was hit by the quarantine 15 just like everybody else, and so I'm trying to kick that. So that's what's in Scott Porter's cup today, and that's gonna do it. Wait, you hear that? Oh my gosh, doom is coming. Not doom, but our end. Our end is coming because actually today we have something brand new, and it is Galactus. Yeah, do you see that screen change behind me? That's what Hyper RPG does here, baby. We got Zach behind the controls today, just crushing it, having us here. WizKids, one day, my children, I have 2 kids. One's 5 and one's 3. And I think I told you a couple of days ago, my son is starting to get into HeroClix. And this package showed up on the door. And I get nerdy stuff in the mail an awful lot. I get a lot of nerdy things in the mail. And this particular day, I wasn't expecting any nerdy things to come in the mail. But this package showed up on my door, and my son ran in, as often he did, and says, "Daddy, what's on the porch? Daddy, Daddy, what's on the porch? What is this? What's in this package? Can I have it?" Because that's the next question he always has is, can he have it? And I had to tell him, no, you can't have this because I'm not sure what it is. And then I opened it up, and we had this brand new Galactus, which has just come out. This thing is insane looking. It's so massive. It's beautiful, really. Let me get this box cutter out here. And so as a special treat, WizKids wants to share Galactus with the community. Not only the chases, but they want to share Galactus as well. You know, we are going through such a unique time right now, and WizKids just wants to reach out and... Woo, oh, his head fell off. His head fell off. I've defeated Galactus! They just wanted to share as much as they could with the community because of how much they appreciate and they love you guys. So, yeah. So here we go. Let's get him all loaded up here. This is the old Galactus from 2007. And this is the new Galactus from this year. And I'll put him out here so you guys can kind of back and forth see a little bit here. See the old one, you see the new one. He's got all of these bells and whistles that you can attach to different parts of him, like this giant energy blast that comes out. Y'all know how much I loved the last set that came out from WizKids, the Fantastic Four set. Galactus had such a big role to play in that, in fighting off the Celestials and doing everything that Reed needed him to do. His head can be facing either way, which is really cool. The sculpt is incredible. It's way more active. And if you want to, you can take his helmet off and you can pop Galen's head on there without having to have the helmet on. You see that super fire coming out of his eyes. You see the back of his head here. Kind of looks a little Darth Vader-ish, you know, with some of the wires and tubing and everything running up. But, man, that sculpt is insane. He's got different dials here. The Elemental Converter dial. He's got the Herald dial. He's got 2 Galactus dials, 2 full Galactus dials. So, we have seen this amazing sculpt. Let's take a look at this card. This card, which is too massive to actually set down on the table. So we are going to take a journey through Galactus and his powers. He is Cosmic, Deity, and Herald. Keywords. He is Galactus 1A and Galactus 1B set numbers because he has 2 massive dials. This is crazy. Multi-dial characters. Galactus. When the G001A dial would be KO'd, instead Galactus continues to click number 1 of the G001B dial. Excess damage does not carry over, so it's basically a stop click there. When Galactus is healed, he can't be healed above click number 1 of the G00B dial, i.e. back onto the A dial. Placement when starting the game. When Galactus is placed during game setup or starts the game when summoned by the Herald dial, he can't be placed on special terrain, can't be placed in an opponent's starting area when summoned by the Herald dial, can be placed on blocking terrain and immediately destroys that terrain when doing so. Trait, Cosmic Entity. Galactus can't be the target of an attack with more than one target. Galactus has landed on Earth trait, Power. Place Galactus anywhere on the map except an opponent's starting area or on special terrain. A special defense power, Because I Am Galactus. Stop. Impervious, Regeneration. Galactus can reduce penetrating damage. Ugh, that's disgusting. Know me and no fear. No living thing dares ignore my call. Power to destroy a solar system I hunger, etc., etc. Everything is about the end of your world. Let's actually take a look at the dial here. I mean, come on. 30 clicks of pure power. To top it all off, has one last stop click at the end there. He comes in at 750, 500, 400, 250, or 100 points. And even in that 100-point form, is just massively deadly. Has 3 targets, has 11 range, outranging any other figure that would go up against them for the most part. And yeah, Power Cosmic Team ability. Let's check out the Elemental Converter and the Herald dials, what they do and how they work. We'll start with the Herald dial first. How to play the Herald dial. You may pay 25 points to include the Herald dial on your starting force. This dial is in use whether Galactus is on the map or on your sideline. Hilarious that you're sidelining Galactus here, guys. And this dial's effects apply until the Herald is KO'd. The 25 points for this dial are scored when the Herald is KO'd. Cosmic Rebirth. During force construction, choose a standard friendly character whose point value is equal to or less than half the build to become the Herald. The Herald has a range value of 5 if its printed range value is less and can't be equipped or replaced. The Herald has Power Cosmic Team ability and can use the power displayed on the Herald dial. Galactus is coming at the end of your turn if the Herald is within 5 squares of an opposing character or KO'd an opposing character this turn. Click the Herald dial once. Turn it twice if both things apply. The Herald dial cannot be turned past click 12. Your words are spoke, the die is cast, so shall it be. The Herald has power. If you occupy an opponent's starting area, roll a d6. If the result is equal or more than the number displayed on the Herald dial, place Galactus anywhere on the map on his purple 100-point starting line. Wow. So you power up a Herald of your choosing and try and get them to basically, I don't know if you've played checkers before, king your opponent in HeroClix, and when you get there, you bring in the big purple baddie himself, Galactus. That is awesome. Now, the Elemental Converter dial. When playing Galactus, the Elemental Converter dial is in use whether he is on your force or your sideline. Accelerating Destruction. At the end of your turn, click the Elemental Converter dial once. Remember, this happens if he's on your sideline or he's on the field. If Galactus or the Herald KO'd an opposing character this turn, you may click it an additional time. It cannot be turned past click 20. If a Power Cosmic sign is revealed, heal Galactus equal to the number displayed on this dial. Converting planets to pure energy. At the end of each opponent's turn, deal 1 unavoidable damage to each character on that force within X squares of a map, where X is the number displayed on the dial. That is insane. So if we take a look at that Herald dial there, you see phasing, hypersonic speed, running shot, charge. I mean, just all these powers. You get a little countdown starting to happen there. And, you know, once he reaches your opponent's starting area, he pulls Galactus into the game, or she, or it. I think the Herald can be anything. That is so cool. Oh, man. So thank you so much to WizKids for sending this big guy out here, he's going to look great in the man cave, standing next to old Galactus, OG Galactus here. They're both going to stay out. I mean, they're both impressive sculpts. So utterly cool. This is the third time that we've seen a Galactus get released in some shape or form. This one is really cool with that Herald dial, choosing a Herald, you know, having that race to get to whatever planet you're trying to destroy. And then that elemental capacitor dial, if you've ever, elemental converter dial, if you've ever gone to Worlds or to a comic book convention where WizKids is there, a lot of times they'll do a Shock the Turtle style game, which means that the outer rings of the map will start to damage your characters if your characters exist in them. And it's usually in a battle royale format. With the elemental converter dial, it starts to do that in a regular game. That is so, so rad. Man, today has been one heck of a day. Thank you all for watching day 3 of this incredible Absolute Carnage unboxing series. I have been equipped with so much cool stuff to show you guys, and I could not be more thrilled to do so. Today, we saw another chase. We saw some equipment today, and of course, we saw the big guy himself, Galactus. Whew. There have been such cool stories with Galactus lately. In fact, one where they explored whether or not they could cure Galactus of having to eat planets, which then, you know, upset chaos and order and the whole thing. Very celestial-based or cosmos-based storytelling that Galactus is at the heart of. I love the evolution of his character. I love the evolution of Venom and SpiderMan and Carnage into what they are today. And speaking of just cosmic storylines, that's what Absolute Carnage is leading to, actually, with Null coming. So hopefully over these next 2 days we'll pull Null. We'll pull some more symbiotes and some more other characters. These guys will be standing here with us. They'll be standing by, ready to devour planets if needs be. This is just such a treat for me, and I hope it is a treat for you guys. So thank you, WizKids, for sending this guy out and sending this whole brick out to be able to share with the HeroClix community. Thank you to you guys for watching. I hope you're enjoying the series. If there's anything that we can do to improve, hit me up in the comment section. I talk to almost all of you guys, and it's a real joy for me to have the opportunity to have conversations with you guys in the comments. So please don't be afraid. Hit that comment section below. Click to subscribe for WizKids for amazing stuff. More even on the outside of HeroClix with Dice Masters and everything else that they do. And also hit the bell to be notified of when new HeroClix videos are coming out. Thank you to Hyper RPG Studios for having us once again. Thank you to Master Zach behind the board for just crushing it in this unboxing series. You saw that Galactus image change when Galactus came down to Earth and threatened to devour us, man. Check out their stuff on Twitch. Check out their stuff on YouTube. They have HeroClix content and much, much, much more. Comic books, tabletop games, video games, pop culture. They do it all, and they do it all to the nth degree. Once again, this set comes out on September the 9th. Please support your local comic stores and your local gaming shops because they supported us for years and years and years when we needed a place to go and feel like a part of a community. And now it's our turn to pay them back and help them out. So do that curbside pickup, do it safely, and order your case or your brick of Absolute Carnage and get that bad boy on September the 9th. I hope to see you guys online, and I hope to see you guys back here tomorrow. Until I do, may all your rolls be critical hits. Peace.